All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? I'm just waiting for it to build up a little bit. I was feeling some type of way, and usually when I'm doing that, going live helps me out. So just hang tight for 1 second. For everybody that's watching this video on the page after I post it, I noticed on the last one that if I sit around at the beginning of the video, if I post it to the page and I'm just sitting here, it's kind of a boring video for everybody that watches when they come back to the page. What's up, Dennis? So I just wanted to go live for y'all just for a few minutes. I've been seeing some pretty shady shit online, in and out of recovery or whatever, but I really wanted to tell you all about my friend. Her name's Megan. And when I was growing up, you know, over in the neighborhood, there was always these really very cool girls, Gina and Megan, Italian, outspoken, crazy as all hell. And anyway, Megan passed away last week, a very good friend of mine. What's up, Tracy Harden, or Harden Tracy? Am I saying that right? Is it? Yeah, that. So anyway, I just wanted to come live to y'all tonight. I've been traveling and doing some speaking, and I went down to Fort Lauderdale and hung out with my buddy Justin, and we went around and visited some facilities. So I wasn't able to make my thank you, Tracy. I wasn't able to make my meeting last night. My girlfriend was sick and my kids were going nuts. So thank you, Haley. I lost a very good friend, but I wasn't able to go to my meeting last night. And I decided, you know, I was feeling some type of way. So tonight I would come on here and I would tell y'all a little bit about Megan and just put up, ask me anything. Tracy from Fern Creek. What's up? I'm from Fern Creek too. That's what's up. So you know what I'm talking about, maybe, Tracy. So anyway, I had these friends growing up, and you know, everybody hanging out in the neighborhood, and they were the cool people, right? They were the ones I wanted to hang out with. And Meg had messaged me a few times over the past year or so, and we had some of them long conversations on Facebook, Messenger, back and forth, and unfortunately, it didn't work out the best way. So thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that, man. We're all losing people, though, man. People are dying of this epidemic. So whenever I'm feeling some type of way, or you know, I didn't get to make it to my meeting, I just wanted to come on here with you all and say, ask me anything. So if y'all want to fire away with the questions, if not, somebody bust a topic. I just kind of needed a meeting, but my girls are asleep right now, and I can't really just dip out to a meeting. I'm seeing the like button flying. You know, I read the big book. I'm going to go ahead and say that. And in the big book, on page 151, there's two paragraphs that describe me completely. And you can always go to page 151 and read this and find out if you're one of us or if you're where you need to be. And it says, for most normal folks, drinking means conviviality, companionship, or drinking or using means conviviality, companionship, and colorful imagination. It's joyous intimacy with friends and a feeling that life is good. But not so for us in those last days of heavy drinking. The old pleasures were gone. They were but memories. Check this out right here. It says, never could we recapture the great moments of the past. There was an insistent yearning to enjoy life as we once did, and the heartbreaking obsession that some new miracle of control would enable us to do it. There was always one more attempt and one more failure. And you know, that just described me to a T. The one more attempt, one more failure. I kept going in and out, and I kept saying, I got this. I'll figure it out. I'm going to go do it on my own. And I'm getting a lot of people on the page coming in, and they're saying, hey, man, I've got kids, I've got a job, and I've got all this stuff I need to take care of. Where do I go and what do I do? And I get it. Not everybody can go to a homeless shelter like I did. But whenever some people seem to come across and think that I have a magic formula where you can just take the weekend, like 2 days over the weekend, and get off heroin or Suboxone or methadone or whatever, or benzos, whatever you might be on. And I just don't have that magic formula. When somebody asks me, what do I do? What's going to happen with my kids and who's going to pay my bills? Well, I can tell you what will happen is if they bury you, CPS will take your kids, somebody else will buy your home, and they'll pay the bills on it. That's what's going to happen. So, yeah, I hear you, Tracy. So, let me see who's in here right now. Tracy said, do it, brother. I'm trying, Tracy. We're going to give it all we got here. We're up to about 20 people. Hey, if y'all want to, go up to the top and hit the subscribe live button. Then you can tune in every time we go live. Let's see. Corey says, Just want to say you've helped me a lot, man. You're a good dude. I appreciate that, Corey, very much. So go up at the top and click the subscribe live button. I'd like to see it get over 100 people tonight. So where are we at right here? Danny says, we just buried my 20-year-old bonus kid after 2 years clean and sober. I'm sorry to hear that, Danny. Yeah, this epidemic is killing people, y'all. And I want to clarify something to y'all real quick, though. I know I make videos about medically assisted treatment, and I make videos about Suboxone and all that. But look, let me tell y'all something right now. Anything is better than being dead. Let me give you that. You know, as far as treatment and recovery goes, I am not a fan of medically assisted treatment because I've seen so many people, thousands of people, literally, at my time at the recovery center where I worked at and all that, thousands of people that got into it and it didn't work and they ended up in a homeless shelter anyway or ended up dying anyway. So I'm not a huge fan of it, but anything's better than being dead. It has its place when properly used. So let's see. Danny, I'm sorry for your loss there. And then Hallie says, word. We only got a few people on here tonight, so if y'all want to ask any questions or if any of y'all got anything y'all want to start up, just let me know. So I was down in Fort Lauderdale this past week, and some very nice people brought us down. They put us in the Marriott on the beach, and we didn't get a whole lot of chill time. We got some, but we traveled around a lot, and we looked at some excellent facilities down in Fort Lauderdale. And the good thing about these people is no matter what level you're at, if you have insurance and you want to go somewhere and stay on the beach, or if you're broke and have nothing and you need a free facility, they will see you down all the way through and see you get some phone numbers and some locations and some places to go where you could get some help or somebody you know could get some help. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I added the message me button back to the top of the page. So if any of y'all need to message me and find someone some help or whatever, just send me a message. And we got people from Fort Lauderdale to Fort Knox out here now willing to accept people and help out. I'm going to scroll down through here real quick and see if there's any questions or anything. Somebody, Tracy says, respect you and Elena. Have had her in my ass respectfully. Yeah, Elena will do that. I kind of went through that the other night. Jamie, am I saying that right? Jami, Jamie? I just got off methadone, tapered myself to 4 milligrams. Kind of wish I didn't. Jamie, I got to ask, why do you kind of wish you had not got off methadone? I asked that because that might be a rhetorical question. That might be something that I have it might be something that I have some experience with, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you real quick. You say I just got off it, but I kind of wish I didn't. So are you still detoxing or what's going on? My friend Justin just jumped in the line right here. Jamie, if you look down in the comments, Justin just joined the conversation. If you're having trouble with that or something, feel free to go ahead and comment and answer my question. I want to know why you feel like you shouldn't have gotten off methadone. But if y'all need some help, down in the comments right there, talk to Justin. And Justin, he's one of the guys I was telling you about. They work with these beautiful facilities, and they've got people everywhere just getting sober, getting better, getting clean, doing activities. And like I said, the beautiful thing is if they can't get you into their facility, they find somewhere for you to go. So I thought it was great. Tracy said Elena kept me sober. So I'm still waiting on Jamie. I wonder if she's still in the post right here. I see the likes flying by. I'm still waiting on Jamie to see if she said anything about why she wished she hadn't got off methadone. Let me tell y'all something. Anything, I'll say it again, anything is better than dying. By the way, click subscribe live at the top so y'all can jump in and help somebody out next time. Anything is better than dying. I have to go on and say that. And, here's the thing, though. When I was on the maintenance drugs, when I was on Suboxone, I manipulated money out of my grandmother. I smoked crack. I stole. I slept in trap houses. I ran alleys. I did all of that while I was on a maintenance drug. So if you're not changing the behavior and you're just taking the maintenance drug, then my question is this. Why not naltrexone or Vivitrol? It blocks the opiates and it will stop you from ODing. But what is the big attraction to the addictive one, right? Suboxone and methadone are highly addictive, and I get it. You might not want to feel the pain of a detox or something like that, but what is the attraction? If you're saying it saves lives, it keeps people off of it, I get it. But so does naltrexone and Vivitrol. yet they're not addictive. So why aren't naltrexone clinics popping up everywhere? I wonder why. Let's see. Let me go to the comments right here. Haley says, I just finished my 4th step, and I feel so ashamed of all the dumb shit I've done over the years. Haley, hey, stop hoping for a better past. It's not going to happen. You can pray on it. You can wish for it and all that. It says in the material, we will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. You'll find out whenever you get further down through your work right there that the way you repair that and the way you make amends to those people is to stop doing that same behavior. But look, that behavior made me who I am today. I'm not proud of it by any means, but because of all the dumb shit I did, I can now turn around and maybe carry a message to someone else and have them relate to me. Christopher lost his 8-year-old daughters because her mother gave her methadone, Xanax, and Soma in 2010. That is awful, Christopher. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been clean for several months, but it's hard around this time. I can't click on the see more, Christopher, but look, if you've been sober for a couple months, that's great. I couldn't get a couple days on my own. Let me see. Ron's in here. He says, what do you think about this new implant they claim to be a miracle, which is Suboxone, basically? Ron, you're going to have to elaborate on that just a little bit more. I'm not too familiar with, Justin might know about that. I'm not too familiar with, excuse me, an implant which they claim to be a miracle. I will look it up and we will talk about it next time though. But if you want to elaborate in here and tell me a little bit more about it, but if it's a Suboxone implant, I'm just telling y'all, if you don't change the behavior, I can still smoke crack, drink tequila, smoke weed, snort coke, pop ecstasy. I can do all of that while I'm on Suboxone. And that's exactly what I did. And I would turn around and sell the Suboxone and go get what I wanted for real. But I do know that Suboxone is successful in short doses. Dennis said he lost his brother in 1993. I feel your pain. Does it ever get any easier? I think of it every day with the pain to ease. Now, it's been my experience that when somebody passes, part of you dies with them and part of them stays with you. So I can't say that it would get any easier. I'll tell you this, though. Some people think I'm insensitive, but on an average of one person dying a week around here and in the heroin epidemic that I've met or know, pretty much one a week, maybe 3 a month, something like that, and sometimes more. With that many people dying, if I went to every funeral and did all that, that's all I would do. Every off day I have is go to a funeral. That's how bad this stuff is. But I don't believe it gets any easier. What's up, Kelly Burton? Let's see. Michael says, Suboxone was the worst withdrawal I have ever had. Best high I ever had. I had the naltrexone implant for a year. Best decision I ever made. See, that's what I'm talking about, Michael. I'm curious as to why there's not more naltrexone and Vivitrol clinics popping up, but, it does the same thing. The fear of a heroin or a pain pill detox, I used to have that fear, and I understand it completely. But, when you compare 5 days of detox to 5 months, I'm going to go ahead and take it. Somebody says, what is naltrexone? Naltrexone, I cannot give you a medical answer for that, but naltrexone is a substance or medication that you take. You do not get high off of it. You cannot get addicted to it, but it blocks the effects of opiates. So if you were to shoot heroin or pop some pain pills, it will not affect you. It will bounce right off of you, and then that becomes a deterrent because if you know that the opiates are not going to work on you, then why would you use them? And it keeps you from ODing, things like that. So good. I mean, like I said, anything's better than dead. Let's see. Amy Lynn Redmond's in here. What's up, Amy? Christopher says, absolutely. Allison, I was just answering your question. What is naltrexone? I'm off the Suboxone, but I still have bad cravings, and I keep relapsing. Allison, let me tell you something. Here's the thing. Don't get that confused. I'm not saying I know your situation, but don't get that confused. A lot of people say they have cravings months in or whatever. Possibly if you're detoxing for a very long time off Suboxone. I don't want to tell you that, but once you have detoxed off of a substance, heroin, pain pills, or whatever, you're as far away from it as you're going to get. The obsession, the rest of it is mental. Some people confuse the obsession with a craving, all right? A craving is after you take a hit of crack and a few minutes later you have to have more and you'll pawn, rob, steal, or do anything to get more. That is a craving. That's the phenomenon of craving. But an obsession, months later down the road, if you haven't done something with your mind and changed your thinking, an obsession will tear your ass up, but just don't confuse that with a craving. you can read about that. There's a lot of material out there. Michael's from California. What up? Let's see. Stephanie says the most dumb shit I did was while going to the methadone clinic. I started taking Xanax with it. The methadone clinic does not care about you at all. They want his money. I did the same thing. I was taking handfuls of Xanax and going to the methadone clinic. I have no idea how I'm alive. 180 milligrams of methadone and a handful of bars a day. Tracy is sober almost 10 months. That is awesome. Kelly says, my mom's on subs after 30 years of pain pills, and it doesn't help her cravings, and she still hurts because she lives in chronic pain. Or I'm sorry, her name's not Kelsey. I hope I say that right. It's Kessie maybe? So, Kessie, I cannot comment on chronic pain or anything like that. I go to a chiropractor. I see a masseuse. But, if somebody's in chronic pain, I'm definitely not the guy you want to talk to about that. You want to seek some professional medical person for that. Amy Lynn says, what's up? Just getting some knowledge. Keep up the work. What's up, Amy? Amy, I met her. She's from E-Town out there. What's up, Michael Burba? Michael Burba just joined y'all. He's from Recovery on Chestnut down in Louisville. It's recoverylouisville.org. So if any of y'all have any questions or you know someone that needs a facility, excuse me, y'all. I cannot stop coughing. If any of y'all know someone that needs a facility, Michael Burba is now in the live feed. You could ask him a question. And also, Justin B is in here also. Amy says, Burba. Kristen Voorhees is in here. Does anybody have any questions or any particular topic you want to talk about? Just so y'all know, I was feeling, for the new people just joining, Mike and Kristen and Amy, all y'all, I was just feeling some type of way and decided to go live because I lost a friend last week, which we all lose friends about every week, it seems like. But this was a childhood friend of mine, a sister of my ex-girlfriend, and I got word right before I went to Florida that she died. So I just decided to go live. What's up, Dustin Woods? Haven't seen you in here in a while. Let's see. Christopher says, kudos to you, my friend, for what you're doing. I'm an alumni from the Hope Center. I will be tuning in and hope you're able to share my experience with the people giving what's been given freely. That's how you do it, Christopher. So that's why I started it's exactly why I started the live feed tonight, Christopher. My daughters were sick and my girl wasn't feeling too well last night, so I missed my home group. Yeah, Tracy, I'm tore up about Meg also. Let me tell y'all something else. So many of y'all have heard this. I'm sorry, Mike Burba and all y'all that hear me repeat this all the time. But when I was down in Costa Rica, and I flew down there to take the magic pill called Ibogaine, right? Allison says, you give me hope. Hey, thank you, I appreciate you saying that. When I flew down to Costa Rica to take the magic pill called Ibogaine, I'm not against its use. It probably has its place. But I try to educate people on it. I went down there and I took this medicine, and it completely wiped out the withdrawal symptoms, right? I was not dope sick anymore, and I was so happy. I was like, it was over. So later on that night, I go into the town of San Jose, Costa Rica, and I'm drinking tequila. I'm passing around the bar, buying everybody drinks, and I blacked out. And a few days later, I came to laying on this dirt floor in this raggedy-ass little leaning to the side shed kind of thing, and I didn't have no clothes on or nothing. I was laying there, and I woke up with one of those 3-day thumping ass headaches, and I was just like, dude, I'm sick as a mutt right now. I'm gonna be sick for the next 3 days. So I walk out, and I'm looking around, and the trees and everything. There was this big canopy above me, and there was this one little house sitting there. So I reached out, I yell out to this little house, and I'm like, hey man, I yell in Spanish. I speak Spanish. And I yell, and the guy comes out, and he's like, man, we found you blacked out and this and that. And I was like, well, how the hell did I get here? What's up, Austin Baker and Andrea Snow? My THP people tuning in. But anyway, so I yell for this dude. He comes out, and dude, I was like, man, how did I get here? And dude's like, oh, your truck. And I looked over. I'd never seen this fucking truck before in my life. And I'm sitting there, and it's just one of those things. I was like, dude, I need to get back to San Jose. I need to get into the town of San Jose, Costa Rica. And he's like, no, Managua's right up the road. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means, dog. I ain't going to no Managua. I was like, I need Costa Rica, San Jose. He's like, dude, you're not in Costa Rica no more. You're in Nicaragua, which is about the same. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. It's about the same as going from Louisville, Kentucky to Chicago. So I had blacked out in San Jose after taking the magic pill that was supposed to get me off of dope, that was supposed to change me and save my life. After taking the magic pill, I had blacked out on tequila and traveled a whole country north and had no recollection of it. And luckily, I still had my passport and I didn't end up on locked up abroad. But that's my point. See, with Suboxone, with methadone, all those things, yeah, they might stop the withdrawals that only last a few days anyway if you're coming off heroin or painkillers. They might stop the withdrawals, but what are you going to do about the behavior? I cannot be in withdrawal. I'm still an asshole. I'm still a thief. I'm still a manipulator. I'm still a liar, all that type of stuff. Just stopping dope is not going to change all that behavior. Such intervals usually brief, but still. Let me go back to the comments right here. Let's see. Amy's laughing. Yeah, Amy's laughing at my story right now because she's asked me to speak. What's up, Dustin Woods? I see you in there. Let's see, Kristen says, so sorry for that. We know a guy who committed suicide sober last week, so even if you're sober, do work to ensure the promises. That's right. That's why I'm sitting here with y'all tonight. For those of y'all just checking in, click the subscribe live button at the top. I'm looking forward to it. I can't see you right now because obviously I'm using my phone to do this live feed, but I'm looking forward to it here sometime next week where we're going to cross 10,000 followers. So all you people jumping in here, trying to help out, I really appreciate y'all. I'm getting a message off of one of my videos on my page. Somebody said Creekers for life. I know that's right. Let's see. Who else is in here? We have to change it all, Tracy says. Absolutely. Withdrawal from methadone is so much worse than withdrawal from dope. Christopher, I cannot agree with you more. Well, I remember when I was coming off of methadone, 180 milligrams. I was 14 days in. I felt like I was going to die. But let me tell you something. If you're out there right now and you're on methadone and you're considering coming off, it's always best to find a facility and get around some people that will help you. So you can go to my website. It's jamessweezy.com. There's a link to it on the Facebook page. And click on Brandon's story up there. Brandon's one hell of an inspiration. He found me off of, found us, this page, all of us, off of a Amory King post. And he contacted me, and it took like a month of going back and forth. And Brandon, sure enough, dropped all of his shit, gave his kids over to his ex, took a backpack, and sent me a picture from Detox in downtown Louisville. And he went into a facility on 80 milligrams of methadone. A week later, he wasn't 100%, but he was doing good, and he's doing a lot better now. I'm about to go down. I work 9 days in a row right now, but I'm about to go down in a few days and film a Brandon update just so I can post it for y'all. But you can go to jamessweezy.com, and if you're on methadone, please go watch that because there's something to be said for somebody standing there 7-10 days after being on 80 milligrams of methadone, laughing and having a good time and enjoying the people around them. Absolutely dope. Methadone, Suboxone, heroin, Xanax, and ecstasy and painkillers and shit, free. Brandon is an inspiration. Somebody just said that. Good for Brandon. I see you, Elizabeth. You're always commenting on something. Let's see. What does Brandy say? Brandy said, stopping dope is just being a dry drunk. Behavior has to change or we stay sick. That's right. I go back to that page 151, where it's talking about the hideous four horsemen. It says, then would come oblivion and the awful awakening to face the hideous four horsemen. Terror, bewilderment, frustration, despair. And I have to get out of the dictionary and look up those words. But, I don't know about y'all, but I don't know if y'all woke up or came to. I never woke up. But if you've come to in a trap house or come to on a street or under a bridge or something like that, or just wherever, and not know how you got there, and it says terror, bewilderment, frustration, despair. Terror is a great fear of everything around you. Even though all bullshit, I ain't scared of shit. You know what I'm saying? But the terror is a great fear. Bewilderment's when you're completely blocked off. That's that moment where you look up and go, dude, I used to have stuff. How the hell did I get here to this spot? Frustration means you're upset at your inability to achieve. I don't know about y'all, but I try to get the house payment going and the car payment going and the insurance and all that and the job and the family. I try to get all that, and I never could get it all rolling at one time, right? Frustration, I was upset at my inability to achieve. I was just a horrible juggling act. And despair is a total loss of hope. And I have prayed to die, and I'm going to go on and say it. I prayed to die while I was on maintenance drugs, while I was on Suboxone, after I took Ibogaine, and while I was on methadone. I prayed to die while I was on all that stuff. And thank God for unanswered prayers. So let's see. Candy, what is your feelings on the Vivitrol shot? Candy, I'm all for it. Like I've always said, anything's better than dying, right? But, here's the thing. With Vivitrol and naltrexone, they're not addictive. Why is it that the addictive one is so attractive? Like, there's Suboxone clinics popping up everywhere, but they won't mention it to you whenever the new person comes in. And not all of them, but most of them, they won't mention it whenever the new person comes in and says, yeah, I'm a junkie, I'm an addict, I need some help. Well, they don't say, look, shake it off and we're going to give you this naltrexone or Vivitrol. That way the opiates can't hurt you and will stop you from dying. See, that is harm reduction. But they will say, here, just take this. Let me tell y'all something. Suboxone has never been tested for use more than 3 to 5 days, okay? And the reason I make those videos, the reason I talk about stuff like that is because some point people are going to start looking up and realizing they're a part of another epidemic. You went from one epidemic to another, and it works for some people, that's great, but for the ones that are sitting in their beds, shitting down both legs for 5 to 6 months, I'm here to fight for them. So I'm going to keep on making my videos about it. I'm going to keep on telling the truth. That's all I got. So Paula Baker, what's up? Paula Baker, I see you got your last name changed there. That's what's up. Alan says, I'm on 83 milligrams going to Florida, I assume that is, to go cold turkey, scared to death. Alan, I have to ask you this. If you're going to Florida, I assume that means to go cold turkey, are you going to a facility? Are you going to be around people that will help you? Candy says, Alan, you got this, buddy. We support and encourage you 1 day at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time. And Alan, man, you can always message me. Again, just so you people will know that are on here right now, I added the message button back to the top of the page because I went to Florida, and I'm working with the recovery center that I went through and a recovery center down there, and we're all sharing information of facilities that take different types of insurance to the free facility. It doesn't matter. There's all different levels of facility that you can go to, and we've got one hell of a network going right now. Tracy says, sorry, just tune back in. It's all good, Tracy. Where did Alan go? Is he still in here? He's going to Florida, cold turkey, scared to death. Alan, if you're still in here, go to jamessweezy.com. and click on Brandon's story at the top and watch those few videos about Brandon that came off of 80 milligrams. And if I could leave the house right now, I would just go see Brandon, but he's kicking ass. He's feeling good, and he doesn't even have his he's not even to his 30-day chip yet, and he's fine. He's out what they call trudging, walking the city. He's going to classes and meetings, and he's eating well. He looks fine. He's bugging the shit out of me for quarters so he can, because I'm a sponsor now, so he can use the payphone. It's all good. That's what he's supposed to do, though. Somebody says, I love the women's healing place. Hey, how could you not? A free facility to anybody in the surrounding counties that shows up. Anybody else? Any further questions? Let's see. Who said, please read Justin? Justin, my man, says, please reach out for help. There are always options out there. For y'all that are just watching or I haven't mentioned it yet, I went down to Fort Lauderdale to visit Justin right there and look at some facilities. And what they have going on is absolutely amazing. All different types of stuff that I never knew about. They use the 12 steps. They use a lot of different evidence-based treatments for people. Not a lot that I could get into right now because it's so elaborate. But Justin's one of those people that if you need some help or you know somebody that needs some help, you can go right here on this feed to Justin or Mike Burba or one of these other people in here, and they will help you. They will help you find a facility for anywhere, from a place on the beach with a swimming pool all the way down to the free place. If you're like me and had to scrape your ass up off the pavement and like dump me over into a detox facility, that's how I went out. So Candy says, James, you've truly changed my husband's life around by watching your videos and following Brandon's story. He is officially 1 month clean, totally different person now. Candy, that's awesome, because I remember when you came to the page originally, you were telling me about that and about how y'all were in that situation. Please have him come in and join in, because you never know where your help's going to come from, and somebody with 30 days sober can help a lot of people in here. Alan says, we'll contact you. Thanks. Yeah, Alan, go right to the top of my page and shoot me a message. And we'll see what we can do about finding you a facility down there in Florida or wherever you decide to go. We will make some calls on your behalf and see what we can do to help you out. Also, in the comment section down there, if you look, Michael Burba was in here. You can message him. And also, Justin Broughton is in here. You can message him. I'm sorry, y'all. My throat's all jacked up. Somebody says that Elena and I are amazing. Thank you. We don't think that. We're just, look, let me tell y'all something. I really appreciate those type of comments. I'm just doing what I was told to do. I was told if I stick with the winners and follow the right people and then turn around and help another person, that I can stay clean and sober. So, you know, I'm probably going to go to bed here in about an hour, so I'm quite sure I got another day down. And tomorrow I only have that daily reprieve based on a contingent on the maintenance of my spiritual condition. So when I wake up tomorrow, I'm not just sober. I wake up all restless, irritable, discontent. I will quit my job in my head before my feet even hit the floor. Like I have to pause, stop, and say I'm not making any decisions because my alcoholism is still running like that. And if I don't maintenance it, go to meetings or sit here and talk to you all, I'm in trouble. I'm sorry, man, y'all. I'm about to butcher somebody's name. Check this out. Ariella. Just hit me a thumbs up or something, Ariella. Let me know if I said that right or not. Cummings. Says, despair. Hit the nail on the head right there. I have an RA. Had been clean for almost 4 years when diagnosed. Been struggling hard with needing the Vicodin to have a halfway chance at functioning. I can't click the see more button. Your post is too long for me to see it. I can't click that because we're in the middle of the live feed right now, but I will read it later. Somebody go read her comment. Austin or Paula, Justin or Mike Burba, go read that comment and see if that person needs some help because I can't read the rest of it. Oh, snap. All right, I broke my tripod. That's all right, though. I can do this. Jacob says, you're a true blessing, man. Love your story. Very inspirational. Thank you, Jacob. That's all. I'm just doing what I was told, brother. Trying to pass on the information here. Ron says, walk around for 2 years until I got on Enbrel. I don't even know what that means. I'm sorry. I had to look that up. The shot has changed my life, but now being on these fucking pills for so long, I can't get off them. No one knows I even take them because of my past. Ron, what kind of pills are we talking about right here, bro? And what is you might know what Enbrel is, Justin or Austin or somebody, Paula, somebody tell me, or Kelly, whoever's out there, Mike Burba, tell me what that is. Ron says, no, bro. That's what it says when I got you. That's what it says when it says Seymour. I got you. All right. Jessica says, could you look up my daughter? Jessica, if you want to shoot me a message at the top of my page, hey, Ron, I get it, Ron. I see now what you were doing. You were telling me the rest of that person's comment. I got you. Thanks, homie. Let's see. Wait a minute. Where'd that go? Jessica says, could you look up my daughter? Jessica, go to the top of my page or go find Mike Burba. He's in here. And Justin Broughton. He actually just commented right below you. Said, can I look up your daughter? Just go to my top of my page and message me. And Justin's telling, I'm going to butcher this name again, Ariella, I guess. Justin says, private message him. He will help you in any way he can, and that's the truth, too. I just spent a week with Justin and his brother down in Fort Lauderdale, and they're doing amazing, amazing stuff down there. Ron says, got you, big bro. I appreciate you. Ariella saying that's her shot for rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah, I'm not the person to talk to about that. Oh, you're telling me what RA stands for. I don't know what I was reading. I thought she was saying she was a registered nurse. I'm an alcoholic and an addict and stuff, though, y'all. And plus, the comments are flying by. I'm trying to pay attention the best I can. Megan says, I kicked heroin cold turkey in jail. Never thought I could get clean. I switched from subs to heroin. It's possible. You just have to want it. Take it one day at a time. Your story is helping tons of people. And then I'm on a see more thing again. I can't see the rest of that. But thank you, Megan, for sharing your experience here with people. Jessica says, Jessica, go message us or Justin or Mike Burba or somebody. And, yeah. So I just broke my tripod, y'all. I'm just kind of winging it right now at this moment. Anyway, when I was down there in Fort Lauderdale, I was telling Justin, and I'm still going to make this video for you, Justin. But I was telling, Justin was telling me, like, you know, the people down there, they want to make sure everybody has a clear understanding of step one. So I will tell y'all my understanding of step one. Let's see. Hold up. Jacob says, man, it's finished off with keep up the good work. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are looking out for it, dude. I'm afraid if I click the see more button that I won't be able to, that I'll shut the feed off. Anyway, my clear understanding of step one is this. It says, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. You can switch out the word alcohol for anything, heroin, crack, whatever. We admitted we were powerless over all this stuff and that our lives had become unmanageable. So my question is this, especially for the ones of y'all that are still on something or whatever right now, and that's fine. We're here for you. I ain't mad at you for still being on something. But if you're powerless, if you're admitting powerlessness to yourself, that's my question. Because, see, I would admit powerlessness to a judge, a lawyer, my parents, the PO. I would admit powerlessness to all of those people because it gets me out of the consequences. See, when I get in trouble, I get powerless and spiritual and I find God real quick, right? Because I'm trying to get out of trouble. And my sponsor told me, he's like, man, when you going to stop calling your mom? When you going to stop telling everybody that and stop posting about it? Or, well, I'm powerless, somebody loan me $20. He's like, when you going to stop telling everybody else that and start telling yourself that? When you go look in the mirror and ask yourself, stop talking about it and do something about it. So that's my, that's my thing about step one, man. You got to slow down real quick and just, who are you admitting it to? Because if you have to get on the phone and announce it to admit it, you might want to check that out. Let me see where we're at. Kristen says she's glad that somebody's going down to Florida. I think that was Ron that was going to Florida, or Alan. So excited about what's to come. Let's see. Ron says, yup. Jacob says, be true to you. I guess y'all are talking to each other. Michael says, people really need to think about the naltrexone. The implant has taken all thoughts of dope away. I had the 90-day implant, no withdrawals, and decided to get a year implant. Insurance covers it all. Hey, I'm not going to knock that at all. I'll say it again. Anything's better than being dead. But I question something, Michael, and I'm not picking on you. I have to bring this up right here. When you say naltrexone takes away all thoughts of dope. Now, is it because you know the dope's not going to work? Or do you still wake up sometimes and have those thoughts and you're just ignoring them? I'm just asking. I'm not picking on you or nothing. But here's the thing. That mental obsession is a beast. If you took the naltrexone away, what would your first thought be? Would you think about getting high? Because thoughts won't get you high, but for me anyway, without a maintenance, something to do about it, meetings to go to, and people like you all to talk to, my thoughts can get a hold of me real quick. So I'm just curious. I could get high on me then, bro. Yeah, all right. I feel you, Mike. I'm not I'm not knocking you, but whenever you say that naltrexone removed the thoughts, I'm just curious because I know that naltrexone will not cause your mind to function differently. It blocks the opiate. So if your mind is functioning differently, I'm curious, what are you doing to maintenance that daily? Which I'm sure you are maintaining daily. I'm just curious what you did. Cassandra says, thanks for sharing. I'm student studying addiction and graduating next year. Very educational. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Again, Michael, hey, I wasn't beating up on you, dog. I'm just curious. I love to hear that. He said, I've done the stuff. Oh, there it is. I've done the 12 steps and have a sponsor. Thank you, Michael. That's how you address that. There's the answer I was looking for. Ariella says, Justin, it won't let me click on you. I tried to look you up. Where can we go from here? Ariella, please tell me if I'm saying your name right. Go to the top of my page on Facebook and click the message me button, and I will put you in direct contact with Justin the moment I get off of this feed. No worries. Crystal says, I can't stop taking opiates for a week, but literally everyone I know can get them or does them. It's so hard. I agree with you on that, Crystal. That's why for me, like, I can be around, I have no reason to be around opiates or narcotics or anything like that anymore. But here's the thing. I drive past a liquor store every day. I drove past 3 liquor stores, a hooker, and a meth lab just to get home tonight. And, I could stop and indulge in that type of stuff, but I've got the 12 steps up here that keep my brain in check. What Michael was talking about. I have a sponsor. Whenever that stuff starts to get a hold of me, I'm like Michael. I have to call my sponsor. I have to apply my step work, but it really works. and you're saying you can't stop taking opiates, Crystal, if you want to go to the top of my page and look in this message right here, there's a guy in here named Michael Burba. There's Justin is in here right now. That you can message, and we will find you somewhere to go. I'm not sure where you're from. I can't see it on here, but if you just go to the top of my page and message me, I will pass off that information to people that will help you right now. Justin said, Ariella, Justin just messaged you. Tracy says, I met Stan in a meeting in Shepherdsville. He was the speaker. Awesome. Yeah, I love it when Stan speaks. Man, that's a big deal, y'all. Whenever you, Stan was my first sponsee. Still is my first sponsee, and I still work with him to this day. I love Stan, man. Dude walked up to me with this big-ass afro with like a gray stripe in it whenever he was early in recovery, and so like a Reebok on one foot and a Vans on the other foot or something like that. Say, hey man, will you be my sponsor? And I was like, what the hell is this? I don't know, but that's like one of my best friends, and I love seeing him speak. I love seeing him grow. I love handing him his tokens, and he keeps me sober far more than I could ever keep him sober. Y'all better believe it. Let's see. There are people who will talk to you and help. Yeah, Kristen's telling y'all there's people that will talk to you and help in here. Ariella, friend request Kristen or Tracy or somebody like that, and make a connection with them. Get some phone numbers, and definitely get a hold of Mike Burba or Justin Broughton that are in this thing right now. And if you're having trouble getting a hold of somebody through Facebook on here, you have to look in your inbox, and it says message request at the top. You have to click on the message request and accept it. Or, of course, you can just go to the top of my page and click the contact me button. And I'm actually getting a separate phone line, a second phone line, so I can take phone calls here real soon. I'm going to have a phone number to start giving you all. And I hear my phone going off right now where some of y'all are. Let's see. Crystal just messaged me. All right, I see your all's messages popping up. So there's not too much more commenting going on right now, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight to y'all. I'm gonna post this video to the page so you all can continue commenting on the page. So just wait for a few minutes and I'll post it, and you all can continue commenting in there. And I'm gonna go answer some of these messages. I feel a lot better now. All right, you take it easy too, Jacob. I feel a lot better now. I was feeling some kind of way, and rest in peace to my friend Megan Fernelli. This feed was for her. Hold on, I might not stop. Josh Picari says, no subs. Implant can relieve me from the bondage of suffering from drugs. That's where the steps come in. I hear you, Josh. Josh is always on my page too. Stephen Morrell joined. Somebody said, have a great night, Big Sweeze. All right, brother. Later. For Stephen Morrell, hey, you just joined. I'm sorry, we're about to end the feed right now, but you can go to my page and you will watch the you can watch this entire video. And you can also, if you need help, Steve, or know anybody that needs help, you can go to the top of my page and message me. Rest in peace, Megan Fernelli. Have a good night, y'all. I'm out.